Hey, this is my recap of Rupauls Drag Race Season 7, Episode 8, Conjoined Twins. So we're going to start off with, okay, first of all, Leanne Rimes is a judge, and if you don't know about Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, she has a huge fight with Brandi Glanville, so I just kind of thought that was a funny choice. Wasn't that interesting? Their mini challenge is blah, 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 prison queen. And they bring in Latrice to be the judge, and so has her on a Tuckahoe outfit. Now, I know the drag community in general, based on what I've seen in the show, are very into pop culture references and are really into it. I love that. I love pop culture, okay? And the reference to bring Latrice in, they are also very self-referential, meaning that if you've seen like Paris is Burning, you'd recognize a ton of lines from it. You recognize whole, like the Rupaulogy phrase is one that was originally kind of created during a reunion show. So I get the whole self-referential thing, but it's getting consistently more and more and more so with, we had two queens at the, during the match game who reference, or the snatch game, sorry, who referenced previous queens, and it's getting so self-referential that I wonder in a few years at this rate if you will be able to watch the show unless you've already watched the show. Do you get what I mean? Like it's cool. I appreciate it. Maybe it's a small enough culture pool to where we can just, reference itself, but we'll see. Anyway, that's just my kind of, I've been noticing it for a few episodes and I had to kind of bring it up. Love to see Latrice. Kennedy wins. So they ask about, okay, so one of the queens is going to come back, and in walks Trixie and Tempest. What? And then all of the queens, and so all of the queens come back, and what they're going to do is they're all going to get partnered up. The winning couple, the winner will get to stay, and someone will go home. So essentially they're just swapping someone, is all they did this episode. Someone left and someone came back. Seems like a good enough way. Not a real big fan of these team challenges because I always kind of feel, I don't know, I'm just not, it usually ends up being not the best queen who wins and the worst queen who goes home. Although I'm not upset with how it happened, so I won't get to that. Also, the other thing is I don't know any of these people. I mean, I purposely didn't bother learning their names because they were gone and I was busy learning the names of the people who stayed. So Kennedy wins the mini challenge, gets to pair up everyone. So Kennedy goes with Jasmine, Ming with Sasha, Pearl with Trixie, Fame with Candy, Katya with Kasha, Violet with Max, Jaden, and Tempest. Okay, so you probably don't even know who half those people are. Whatever, we're only going to see them for a few minutes. They are going to be attached at some body part, basically to make it kind of like funny to walk. They really give Fame a hard time for talking, but I've worked on a reality show and I did interviews, and I don't know how RuPaul's Drag Race does it. I'm not saying I'm an expert on every reality show, but the one I did, when we did these interviews, they talked the whole time. So it wasn't like, sometimes people would give longer answers, but that's actually in reality really good because a lot of words gives you a lot of sound bites to use. Okay, if someone's like, oh, well, who do you think will win? Oh, I don't know. What did you think of the challenge? It was hard. That is bullcrap. You don't want that from a reality contestant. You want someone who's going to profusely verbalize, and then you get to be like, oh, that was a great line, and that was a great line, and oh, I love that clip. So I kind of feel like it's a little weird that they go on and on and on about Fame when I'm like, and they even do like the whole like time warp, like she's talking so long that eons have passed, and I'm like, yes, for a TV show it looks like a lot, but you're like, people routinely talk for 20 seconds, right? I do it for several minutes. Anyway, I guess maybe I'm just taking it too personally because I talk a lot. And so everyone's kind of in various stages of a hot mess, and it was like all of the people that went away early, we get to hear their whole sad sob story that we never quite got into, and they are very depressing, but it felt a lot like, oh, quick, let's get a lot of human interest out real quick during this segment before anybody can hear it, before they all go home again. So they all come out, and basically, they liked Pearl and Trixie's story. They thought Katya and Kasha were fun. And then everybody else, they liked the new Max. And everybody else was weak, flat, not enough, not over the top enough, a little boring, we've seen it before. That was basically the evaluation. Pearl wins and Trixie comes back. So yay! So that should be interesting. We'll see. It's not uncommon though to see Trixie leave the next episode or the next. I feel like there's still quite a few queens that are kind of like fluff, and we need to get rid of the fluff. I'm just not. We see a lot of Ming. We see a lot of Kennedy. We see a lot of what's her name? The really super intense blonde who I totally Katya. We've seen more and more Katya. I'm guessing. Based on interviews, unless those are just the best interviews, I'm picturing those are at least probably in the top 3. Pearl, I'm still like, eh. Violet, I'm still like, eh. Fame, Anyway, so Trixie wins. Our lip syncs are Jaden and Ming. And I'm like, Ming, you can't get rid of Ming. Favorite, super crazy lip sync because they're still in their outfits. So they're still in their conjoined outfits and they're supposed to do, you know, I Think We're Alone Now. One of my favorite songs. I love that. I love the 80s. Anyway, and it's really funny because they're all supposed to be attached to someone else. So, anyway, so Jaden and Ming are at the bottom, and Jaden goes home, which is kind of a bummer. I've always said I really enjoy the funny queens. For me, like looking at men dressed up as sexy women, I'm like, it's a novelty, but it's not. Doesn't do a lot for me. Now, if they're entertaining, and for me that means funny, witty, whatever, I really enjoy it. If they're just like pretty women, I'm like, there's a lot of pretty women in the world. I mean, yes, it's a novelty that they're 6.5 feet tall and they're men, but, I'm like, okay. Yeah, well, Anyway, so that's the episode. I'll see you guys later.